also on Facebook. Let's see. I think we are ready to get started. We are live. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It is my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is a good day. Today it is Monday, October 13th, 2025. Today is a good day. I'm going to count the days differently, inspired by my dear friend Linda, who calls us good souls. She is adding the days together. I was not going to count the days since October 7th, but this will be the final time that I say that number. Today is day 738, and if you take that math very seriously, as Linda did, 7 plus 3 plus 8 is 18. Today is Chai. Today is life. Hoshanah Rabbah, who's more than 400 days as a hostage, did not diminish his fire at all, wrote a book called Hostage, and he has become an incredible voice for us all. He said, now life. I take my marching orders from him. And among the other incredible voices that I plan to amplify this morning is also Rachel and Jonathan Goldberg Poland, who are modern prophets. We have heroes amongst us. Our people is beautiful. And I know, friends, that you must be exhausted too. We are exhausted in my household. What was sleep last night? To be present last night in what had been known as Kikar Chatufim and now will be known as the center of Tel Aviv once more. To be present with all of you. My friends, I'm sorry that I'm not saying good morning one at a person and that I'm hitting the ground running, but what else can we possibly do but just pour out our souls and our hearts? Let's start with a bracha. We are going to learn some Torah, and there's going to be a moment of ritual that I've been waiting for, and you have been waiting for, but not more than those beloveds we're waiting for. Take a breath, sing a bracha. Let's get ready for some Torah. לעסוק בדברי תורה, לעסוק בדברי תורה, הפוך בה והפוך בה, לעסוק בדברי תורה. All right, friends, you know who today's Torah is for. Today's Torah is for Matan Angrest, Gali Berman, Ziv Berman, Elkanah Bochbot, Ram Braslavsky, Ariel Cunyo, David Cunyo, Avi Natan Or, Alon Ohel, Evyatar David, Guy Gilboa Dalal, Omri Miran, Segev Kalfon, Nimrod Cohen, Eitan Moore, Bar Cooperstein, Eitan Horn, Maxim Herkin, Yosef Chaim Ohana, and Matan Zankauer. last night, watching the scene in Tel Aviv and around the world, of course, through social media. Everyone was writing to everyone, are you sleeping? You're not sleeping. Am I sleeping? Of course we're not sleeping. What was it to watch dawn break on Kikara Chatufim as the family members and community of Israel, Am Yisrael, was present singing. It felt like Camp Ramah's playlist, singing all of our favorite songs, waving flags, hugging each other, being emotional, being vulnerable, staying up all night just to witness them come home. They came home. And of course, friends, the complicated part of this, every complicated part of this, I will acknowledge it, but it's not where my heart is feeling, and I hope that you'll forgive me for focusing on the joy. But I also hope you'll forgive yourself if you focus on the joy today a little bit. It's been a long time since we could do this. In fact, it has been a very long time. And so, last night, watching all of the family members make up the rooms to welcome their loved ones home, and of course holding deep, as it turns out, and as many of us suspected, that our 28 beloved who are no longer alive, murdered in captivity. We don't know how many of them, their families and we will be able to bury with dignity and appropriate kavod. We're going to hold them for the rest of our lives, even, please God, when we have them in our physical presence so that we can bury them with dignity. We will hold them, the families of the living, the families of the dead. We will hold everyone, every chayal, every soldier who fell in defense of our people during this horrific war. We will hold everyone that we lost on that day, since that day, just as we have held everyone we've ever lost. We are that strong. We are the eternal people. We hold our memories. We're going to have Yizkor tomorrow morning as part of Shmini Atzeret. Yizkor, where every year, multiple times a year, we hold everyone we've lost. And so I'm going to make sure that in my tefillot, in my prayers, which were designed to keep us moving forward, I will hold, and I ask you to hold, everyone. And right now, what a joy. What an incredible joy to see these beautiful faces. Gaunt, not well, but smiling. To see Matan Angrest's mother hold him and say, Chaim Sheli, my life. Neshama and I were privileged to stand with her just a few weeks ago in Central Park to see Alon Ohel, whose piano so many of us have played. I've played multiple times in Tel Aviv, whose music has touched us, whose face has seared us, my beloved friend and yours, Mark Meaden, and the entire team at UJA, who have held each one of these families like our own children. It's not like our own children. We have held our children. There are prayers to say in this moment. There are things to do in this moment. I wanted to reflect on the fact that today is Hoshanah Rabbah. It's a day that ends the beginning of Sukkot, and then we transition into the second full days of Yom Tov, which is why we won't broadcast Tuesday and Wednesday this week. And on this day, we take some of the symbols of this holiday, lulav and etrog, and we shake them the way that we did, and we allow the heavenly smell of an etrog to return to our souls and bring our souls back to our bodies. And on this day, we take the Arava, this part, the willows, and as part of a ritual, which I'm not going to do on screen, we shake the willows onto the ground, and the leaves fall off, and there are special prayers we say. Let every leaf be one more sin that I let go of. But I would say to us in this day, one more aspect of despair. Ritual is here. Jewish tradition is rich with ritual because it gives us what to do in the most unfathomable moments. I want to do one of those things right now, and then I'll do another one in a moment. Rachel and Jonathan Goldberg Poland, as ever, showed us the way. They recited Psalm 126. We say this, some of us, on Shabbat and holidays as we are finishing our meal, just before we finish the rest of the blessings. I want to sing it to you, and then I'll translate it for you. Let the song in, even if you don't speak Hebrew. Let the melody and the words in. This is ancient, but it was written for right now. Shir Amalot B'shuv Adonai Et Shivat Zion Hayinu Kecholmin Az Yemale Sechok Pinu Ushonenu Rina Az Yomru Vagoyim Higdil Adonai Lasoti Melech Higdil Adonai Lasoti Manu Hayinu Semechim Shuva Adonai Et Shevitenu Kafikim Banegev Hazorim Bedima Berina Yiksoru Haloch Yelech Uvacho Nosei Meshech Hazara Bo Yavo Verina No say Alumotav. Psalm 126, a song of ascending. When God returned the captives of Zion, we will be like dreamers. We were like dreamers. Then our mouths were filled with laughter and our tongue with glad song. They will declare all through the world, God has done greatly with these. We were gladdened. O God, return our captivity like springs in the desert. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy. One who bears the measure of seeds walks along weeping, but will return in exultation, a bearer of crops. They're home, friends. These rituals matter. And there has been a ritual that for 738 days, for some of us the entire time, every day, we've worn these. And we've worn these bracelets. This bracelet, you can barely read anymore. The font is all rubbed off. We never should have needed these. But we created them at UJA's Campus for the Arts in Jerusalem. 2 weeks after October 7th, we had an emergency mission of rabbis that I was part of. And this was distributed to us 2 weeks after in Jerusalem. Every day we've worn this. And I have waited for this moment with every fiber of my being. I invite you to think about if you're comfortable doing it with me. If not, I understand. Ritual is not uniformity. It's a way of acting meaningfully. I invite you to consider if you're wearing this necklace, if you could make yourself ready, given the change that is now true take it off. I'm going to take off this bracelet first, and I'm not putting it back on. Not ever. They're home. And I'm going to take off this necklace, and I'm not putting it back on. At UJA on Thursday, the staff is going to gather, and we'll have a ritual, probably creating a kind of geniza, a box, to put these into so that we can hold on to it in a cherished place, which is not about putting it on again. It's about bearing testimony to history. I want to recite a prayer that I wrote, because sometimes ritual requires intention. This is an adaptation of something that I distributed. Mekor HaChaim, source of all life, we stand today with trembling hearts, bearing these small pieces of metal, once cold, now warmed by years of tears and hope and holy sweat. For 2 years, these dog tags rested upon our hearts, carrying our brothers and sisters, our children and elders, whose faces we carried into every prayer, every dream, every moment of waiting. We wore them as shields of faith, as promises never to forget. Each clink and gleam was a heartbeat of Am Yisrael, a whispered, bring them home, now. Now, as we remove these amulets from our necks, we do not discard them. We treat them gently as we would lay a loved one, trusting that memory is eternal, that love does not rust, that sanctity can dwell in metal, in tears, in time. Holy One, let this burial be a bridge from pain to promise, from captivity to compassion, from symbol to action. And for those whose bodies have yet to return home, because not everyone is home yet, may the ground receive these sacred souls one day soon, as we continue to carry their spirit in our souls, and their families we carry with every breath. May every name engraved in our hearts shine in the heavens as a light that can never be extinguished. May the families find some comfort in our ongoing love of them. May the world never again need such amulets, because God, all your children deserve to be free, safe in their homes, whole in their hearts, together in peace. Amen. Kabbalah says that the etrog is meant to be a symbol for the heart. This has been a symbol of our heart. We have loved you. We have carried you. And you beloved ones, 28 beloved ones, who are not yet in our arms. Please, God, may we have the chance to show you chesed shalamet, an act of true love, treating you with grace and kindness. We need you home too. We'll keep carrying you. You're our family. Am Yisrael Chai. I didn't put it down. I invite you, friends, to do something life-affirming today, to send your hearts to the east, because this moment is anything but simple. I also encourage you to go to shul for Shmini Atzeret for Yizkor and Simchat Torah to dance. We do not know, no one can know what's next. But I will tell you that Kikar HaChatufim, Hostage Square, is going to be a city block again. And if you have followed the ritual that Rachel Goldberg Poland created of wearing the day since October 7th on a piece of tape, listen to her wisdom. She said, tape will be tape once more. It is time for our people to come back to life. We have watched incredible resilience and love from the Hostage and Missing Families Forum. Their shrieks of delight, their singing, they're holding each other to see Evyatar walking and smiling, to see Omri holding his wife and be held by his wife. Will it ever undo everything? No. We are not a people that has ever pretended that the past is something we could undo. But we live forward, and the tribe of Nova has always been teaching us that we will dance again. It is time to dance again. May our hearts heal. May the bodies and hearts and souls of all the former hostages continue to heal. May we continue to do our sacred work in the world on behalf of Am Yisrael and on behalf of the world too. May the year to come find our hearts lighter. May we have no more need for counting days like we have. It's Chag tonight. It's a holiday. Let that in. Eat something good. Take a walk. Call someone you love. Make a gift to a tzedakah. Go to shul. May yellow just be yellow again, as Rabbi Chana Yerushalmi said. Thank you, Rosa. May tape be tape again, like Rachel, the prophetess, taught us. May city squares become city squares as the Hostages and Missing Families Forum showed us how to do. And may we sing, may we dance, may we live. As Eli Sharabi said, now life. Anything but simple, but life isn't. Friends, I want to close the same way I have. I want you to close with me. And this is a different moment for singing Hatikva. Kol od balevav pnima, nefesh Yehudi homia. As long as a Jewish heart beats, yearning for home, od lo avda tikvatenu, we will not lose our hope. Through these 2 years, we have not lost our hope. We never will. For our children and our children's children and their children after them. We have gorgeous work to do. And if you are as consumed in the best of ways with the images of last night, flags flying and hearts melting and hugs everywhere, you know this is true. We do not lose hope. We have not. We will not. Grab a Torah this holiday. Dance. Let it hold you back. Chag Sameach, everyone. Take a breath, because I want us to sing Hatikva in a full-breathed, different energy. Here we go. Kol od balevav pnima, nefesh Yehudi homia, ulefate mizrach kadima, עין לציון צופיה, עוד לא אבדה תקוותנו, התקווה בת שנות 2000, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים. חג שמח l'chaim, everyone, to life. See you soon.